Howdy, my name is Larry Liu, and this is my digital story project. Before I talk about my character attribute, which contributes to my ability to make a difference, I like to begin with two quotes from Robert McKee, the first of which is this. Quote, "A protagonist in a story can only be as intellectually fascinating and emotionally compelling as the forces of antagonism make them." End quote. The second quote is this. Quote, "True character is revealed in the choices a human being makes under pressure. The greater the pressure, the deeper the revelation, the truer the choice to the character's essential nature." End quote. Both quotes share similar themes in that the forces of antagonism referred to in the first quote and the pressure referred to by the second quote come together to jointly shape a person's decisions and nature. This idea of pressure creating dichotomy between coal or diamonds on top of the precipice of human choice is something that I've given a lot of thought about. My reactions and decisions within and due to those high-stress environments are not the aspects of my identity I wish to explore today. What I wish to examine is my evaluation of those past decisions and my ability of self-awareness. How would the self-awareness make me a better individual? How would the self-awareness make me more capable of making a difference? Self-awareness is the first step to self-improvement. To see things for which they really are and not just how you think they are is the difference between building a structure upon limestone or on quicksand. Before I go on to my next statistic, how many of you watching this right now believe that you are truly self-aware? According to Tasha Eurich, 95% of people who believe that they are self-aware are not, as opposed to the 10 to 15% of people who believe they are self-aware and who are actually self-aware. This was measured by her study based on these four criteria. Number one, self-aware individuals believe that they are self-aware. Number two, somebody who they knew and was close to them had to agree. Number three, self-aware individuals believe that they had increased their self-awareness over the course of their lifetime. And number four, the person rating them also had to agree with this. This is just but one metric for measuring self-awareness. Obviously, I wasn't evaluated with this study, so am I self-aware or am I not? Well, in terms of my self-identity, self-awareness is less of a binary construct of have or haven't than it is a process. I make intentional efforts to reflect upon my motives, form my actions, and my feelings. And on a scale from hideously oblivious to a computer simply running a self-diagnostic at 5 p.m. every Thursday, I say that no human being in the world is perfectly capable of knowing all about oneself. Realizing that you are the person most likely to lie to yourself, and that others whom with you often interact are the non-emotionally invested references to your self-awareness are helpful techniques and watermarks on my ongoing journey of self-awareness. Like any gradual and incremental change, self-awareness is acknowledging the disparities in your beliefs and in your actions. Do you believe that you are a good friend or a good person? And is this belief predicated on your emotions or on your actions? When I talked about antagonism and adversity in the beginning of this video, I realized that most of my revealing moments about my nature and my tendencies were forged in the crucible of unpleasant situations. No seasoned sailor is made from smooth seas, and I'll refrain from saying in a cliched sort of way that my adversarial experiences had made me into a better person on the account that they haven't. Rather, they have taught me the mechanical skills of hurdling like encounters in the future, and the knowledge and expectation behind each jump as I do so. As far as strengths go, it's a small one, but to me it's important. If you've ever met someone without self-awareness, you'll see it immediately and know what's coming next. Like a scar on a face of a sure-to-be Disney villain, everything from that point onward is a choreographed routine, words that contradict actions, or an impression of oneself that seems physically impossible to maintain, but is still enthusiastically upheld anyhow. At the end of the day, I can only be honest with others if I am honest with myself. If my ability to make a difference is only relegated to the margins of impact for others in exchange for higher clarity in regards to myself, that would be worth it just as a small step forward. And at the risk of sounding cliched for the second time in one video, accepting and acknowledging flaws in oneself is the first step to accepting and acknowledging the flaws in others, to which at that point, the ability to make a difference will only come naturally. Thank you very much.